love to sneak in your mouth, but you ain't gotta worry cause I'm coming home.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tyreek, and I'm coming to you today with a brand new video. I'm kind of proud of myself. Last video came out like 2 weeks ago, something like that, and I'm coming with this new one. You know, it's not great, but we're working at it. You know, eventually I hope to work towards getting to the weekly uploads. You know, it's just all about time and scheduling, you know, and just managing the time. Hope everybody's doing all right. I'm doing all right, you know, taking it one day at a time. It is what it is. So in today's video, we're gonna get a little real, you know, just gonna talk for a little bit. In today's video, we'll be talking about life after college, or the things I've learned since graduating college, you know. Things that I wish people told me, things that you should already know, you know, just little things about life after college, what it's like, what you can expect, and yeah, shit's rough. It's not that easy. So let's get into it. So the first thing about life after college, or the first thing that they don't tell you about life after college, is that getting your dream job really is not easy. And I'm not saying this to discourage anybody. Like, you should definitely still work towards your dreams, you know, chase your dreams, do what you want to do, you know, believe in yourself, and don't give up. But getting your dream job is definitely not easy at all. And the reason I say that is because, you know, specifically for my industry, film and media production, the field is always growing, so more and more people are going to want to get into it, and that means you're going to be competing against hundreds of thousands of people who are trying to, you know, do the same thing that you're trying to do. So it's important, you know, as early as you can, just try and set yourself apart, you know, network, build connections, you know, build a portfolio. You know, just try and do anything that you can to set yourself up, you know, to be in a good spot once you graduate, because it really isn't easy. It's a huge pool of people, and you know, sometimes it is hard to stand out. But it is important, like I said earlier, do not get discouraged. You know, there are going to be people that are maybe more skillful than you know, more creative, you know, this, that, and the other, but you are also good. You know, you also have skills, you also have something to offer. So you got to remember that, you know, just constantly reassure yourself, and just don't stop fighting for what you want to do. You know, if you're willing to work hard and grind, then, you know, all the things that you want are definitely going to come your way, you know, but nothing that's worth having, you know, comes easy. But yeah, like, no matter what your field is, or you know, what your interests are, just try to do things that align with it. You know, just take what you can and build from there. Like I said, just continue to network and connect, and eventually you'll get that dream job. It's all about hard work, for real. So the second thing about college that nobody really tells you, or warns you about, is that post-graduation depression is such a real thing. And what I mean by that is, like, after I graduated, I got down, like really down on myself, because, you know, life comes at you fast and it hits hard. You know, it's kind of like once you graduate, you're just thrown into the fire, because after graduating, that's the first time you really wake up and you're just like, okay, I don't know what to do next. Like, I don't know what's going on, because you don't have like a set schedule or routine or anything that you gotta, you know, that you can follow. No classes to attend, no meetings or projects or anything. So it's really like you're flying solo and figuring it out as you're going along. So it's easy to get, you know, a little depressed, or maybe feel a little bit overwhelmed. I know I was, because, and then, you know, you got things, you got to work because you got to pay rent, you know, all other bills that you have and everything. So then you got to, money becomes stressful, because, you know, you got to have a place to live, you got to have food to eat, this, that, and the other. So it definitely can feel a little overwhelming. And then another thing that was getting me down is, I saw a few of the people that I was in classes with in college, you know, they already started getting jobs in the industry. You know, they already have those huge industry connections and everything like that. Like, they're doing what the things that I want to do, you know, they're doing what they want to do, and like right out the gate. But everybody's story is different, everybody's path is different. You know, you can't compare yourself to others, or, you know, get discouraged because this person is doing this thing, this person knows that person, this, that, and the other. Like, it's your life. You can't compare your life to anybody else's. It's gonna happen for you if you're willing to work hard for it. You know, if you're truly passionate about it. You know, just you know, move on your own timeline. You know, don't try to rush anything. You feel me? But yeah, post graduation depression is real. And it's one of those things that's like, in order to get out of it, at least for me, you just got to stay headstrong. You got to have a good support system around you, whether it be family or friends. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for advice, tips, and everything, because it's not easy. A lot of us don't know what we're doing. A lot of us, it's a lot of trial and error. But just don't let life get you down. Stay headstrong, and you got this for real. So yeah. The third thing about life after graduation or life after college is hanging out with your friends is hard. So I know in the last tip I said like it's good to have a good support system around you, like friends or family. And I still believe that, but you still might not see your friends as much. Reason being is like after you graduate, your friends are going to start to go into the workforce, or they're going to get their masters. They're doing different things in their lives. They're going down different paths, and it's not like you're falling off with them or anything, but people just become busy. They have a lot going on. They're pursuing careers. So it's not like when you're in school and everybody's in the dorms, they're all close together, you're hanging out every night, talking, laughing, whatever. Everybody starts to get, at least in my experience, all the friends that I made freshman year, as the years went on, everybody started to, scatter, more and more and more, to the point where we weren't, together at all. And we would still hang out, just not as frequently, So once you graduate college, hanging out with your friends takes a lot of planning and scheduling, because everybody has to work around their own schedules. It's not going to be the same. So whenever we want to do like little parties or little events or get-togethers and everything, everybody, doesn't always show up, or we might have to cancel, what we had planned altogether. So you just got to be prepared for that. It's not that, your friends love you any less, or, they don't want to be around you, this, that, and the other. People really are just busy. And that should just motivate you to get busy as well. What can I do today to be productive? What can I do today to work more towards my goals? How can I help myself become the best version of myself today? The fourth thing about life after college, or, the things that they don't warn you about. College does not prepare you for personal finances or anything like that. So it's really up to you to seek out the knowledge and information in order to become like financially literate. And it's just important to watch how you spend your money, budget your money, and all that, because it's so easy to fall into debt or like run out of money. There have been times since I graduated college where my account was so close to going into the negative, this, that, and the other, because I wasn't spending wisely. I wasn't really budgeting my money well. Make sure that like when you get your paychecks, make sure you save a little bit. Save a little for your necessities, save a little bit for your wants, and then leave yourself some spending money. But like, don't go overboard. Set a weekly or monthly budget. Something that you don't want to go over. Just discipline yourself. Make a plan, stick to that plan, and I promise it's gonna make things so much easier for you in the long run. It's gonna take away a lot of stress, because it is stressful, worrying about money all the time. Oh, I can't go out and do this because I don't have the money for this. I can't, do this and that, because the world revolves around money. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, the world does revolve around money, and you can still have fun. You can still enjoy life, once you graduate college. You just might have to, plan ahead a little bit more. It's like, oh, if I know I want to go out and do this with my friends on this day, let me, prepare for it now. Let me set some money aside now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, there are plenty of resources out there, plenty of things, plenty of books you can read, videos you can watch that can help you with budgeting and spending. Just make sure that you put yourself in the best position possible once you graduate, and even after you graduate. The fifth thing about life after graduating college, and this is probably one of the most annoying things for me, expect a lot of questions, whether it be from friends, family, past classmates, anybody. Just expect a lot of questions and a lot of expectations. Ever since I graduated college, I feel like people are always asking me about my job, like what I'm doing, what my plans are. And then, in terms of my family, there's like so many expectations, because I'm only the second person and my entire family to actually graduate college. So with that comes a lot of expectations. There people have always told me like, oh, we know you're gonna do big things. We know you're gonna be successful. Oh, like I can see it in you. This, that, the other, and that could really put a lot of pressure on you. It could be very overwhelming because it's like it almost makes you feel like failure is not an option, like you have no other choice, like you have to be successful. And that's really stressful, especially for somebody who's only what, like 21, 22, just come out of college, doesn't have anything figured out. But one thing that I learned is failure is okay. You have to fail to succeed, because through failure you learn. I don't know if this sounds cliche or whatever, but you really learn from your L's. It's up to you to decide whether you're going to bounce back or you're just going to let it keep you down. If you decide to bounce back, learn from it, and then now moving forward, you have that knowledge, you won't make those same mistakes. So just remember, you have to fail to succeed, and don't let anybody pressure you into thinking that, like, don't let anybody make you feel like, oh, you're less than, or you're a failure or anything, just because you aren't making millions of dollars or have this super amazing job right out the gate. The real world doesn't work like that. For some people it does, but for other people it's a process. So going back to what I was saying, just expect a lot of questions. Your family's gonna have a lot of expectations, but don't let it overwhelm you. Okay, the sixth thing, fifth, sixth. Damn, I lost count. Anyway, the next thing about life after college, a work day is way longer than a school day. And what I mean by that is, like, one shift at work is way more draining than any day I've spent in school, like going to classes and doing all the things that I had to do. I can't explain why. It's like I could go through a whole day in college, like go to all my classes, go to meetings, hang out with friends, and then go back to my dorm at the end of the night. And, like, yeah, you might be a little tired, but, like, I'm chilling. Like, I might hop on PlayStation, play some games, watch a movie, this, that, and the other. Like, I'm chilling. After a work day, I don't know, it just feels way longer and way more draining. And by the time I get home, I don't want to do anything. I have to, like, force myself to, like, make food or go to the gym, all these other things, because I'm just so tired at the end of the day. I think lately I've been the most, like, physically and mentally exhausted that I've ever been in my entire life, just from, like, working alone and then, like, doing personal things like music things and all that stuff. But, like, it can be physically draining, but you gotta just remind yourself you're working towards a goal. This is just your temporary situation. Eventually you're gonna be where you want to be. But yeah, just be prepared for that. Now, the last thing for this video, about life after graduating, nobody cares about your GPA. In the real world, nobody really cares about your GPA. At the end of the day, it's a number on a piece of paper. And yeah, it looks good. It's definitely a good look for you, and it definitely says a lot about you. But ultimately, a GPA is not really a measure of your talents and what you can do. From what I've learned since graduating is that people are definitely more impressed by your skills, your personality, your ability to communicate and network and everything. A GPA, your GPA is only going to get you so far, if that makes sense. So I'm not saying don't try hard or don't try and get the best GPA that you can, because it's definitely important to have a high one. I just have a good one, if you can get it. But ultimately, it's all about you. It's all about what you can do, what you bring to the table, and how you can help, your dream employer or whatever. I've learned that people care more about the person, and less about, the piece of paper or the numbers on that piece of paper, this, that, the other. So don't focus solely on the GPA, focus on building those skills, focus on turning your weaknesses into strengths, just make yourself a better all around person. Try and make yourself the best version of yourself, so that when you go out into the real world, nobody's gonna raise an eyebrow. Nobody's gonna be like, nobody's gonna have any doubt that you're the person that they want and you're the person that they need. So yeah, those are all my tips. That's my little spiel. I feel like I just had to get that off my chest. just make a little video about it, because I know that, like, if I'm going through all these things and I'm feeling all these emotions and everything, I know other people are. So I figured I'd make this video to try and, maybe help motivate you, maybe give you, some tips. Hopefully this video was helpful and you were able to, gain something from it. If you did, that's great. That's why I did it. If not, then it's okay. If it's not relevant to you, maybe it might be relevant to you in the future. Maybe, you don't have to worry about these things. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was educational, informative, all that good stuff. But yeah, main thing I just want people to take away is just, believe in yourself, trust in your ideas, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Life isn't easy. You just gotta keep pushing, keep your head up and just grind. That's what it's all about. It's about grinding, staying consistent. And that's why I've been, trying to push myself lately. Like I always say, I'm gonna try and get these videos out more frequently, try and be more consistent, because YouTube is definitely something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber and just a content creator in general. So I'm just gonna try and push myself more, just plan things out more, manage my time better, so that I'm just not, so overwhelmed with work all the time, and that I can do the things that I love to do more and more. So with that being said, thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell everybody, tell your school, tell your university, let them all know. Watch your boy. But thank you. Love you guys. Peace.
Understand.